Welcome to DMV Sports. Here we are at MLK Park with Noah and myself, Gio. This is the Rowland Cup final between Steel Pulse and Ristozi. What happens? Who wins this, and what happens? What do they get from this?
So this is the Rowland Cup finals. This is the most historic competition in Maryland sports, not just soccer. This competition dates back all the way to 1914. Crazy to think this competition's been in existence well over 100 years. To answer your question, the winner of this Maryland's Open Cup competition gets their name on the trophy. They get to go home with the silverware, but beyond that, they advance on to the regional Werner Fricker Cup. We'll get to face off against the best in the region. But maybe first and foremost, it's a bragging rights, right? Yeah. Here in Maryland, we have no shortage of talent, no shortage of rivalries, and that's just what's developing here between this Steel Pulse side and Ristozi. Ristozi were, an up-and-coming team in the Maryland Super League and the Super Soccer League. They were maybe little brother to Steel Pulse. That paradigm has certainly shifted. We've had two 6-3 results in Cup competition where Steel Pulse has been knocked out by Ristozi. So certainly they'll feel they have a revenge match, and this will be a really exciting one.
Yeah, I mean, if Steel Pulse goes and wins this game, we were talking about Steel Pulse being a team that was a very, very high caliber team, and in the past couple of years it was like a little sketchy with them playing the bigger teams like the Cristos, like the Ristozi. They lost in the Stewards Cup, and yes, we were like, oh, what's all going on there? Now, if they go and win this, they beat Cristos to get here, and then if they beat Ristozi to win this, hey, Steel Pulse is right back in it.
Absolutely. I mean, this is salvaging a season. I think we were talking about, is this, if Steel Pulse don't come away with silverware, don't come away with a trophy, is this a disappointing Cup season? Absolutely. But I think with a win here today, they can still hold their heads high. Maybe didn't get everything, which Steel Pulse, they have high hopes, high appetites, but if you come away with a trophy, at the end of the day, that's got to be in some levels a success against the best teams, some of the best teams we're going to see in this region, Cristos and Ristozi, who certainly asserted themselves.
Now, if Ristozi on the flip side takes this, you're just certifying them as a powerhouse in Maryland, because you beat Cristos in the Stewart Cup, and then you beat Steel Pulse in the Rowland Cup. I mean, you're a powerhouse in Maryland right now.
Well, they didn't compete in the Stewart Cup, Ristozi,
the
MDV
Cup, yeah.
But it goes beyond just they're a powerhouse, right? They have not lost nor tied a single competition throughout this entire tournament, right? So that's dominance on so many levels. If Ristozi are able to put the icing on the cake, put the exclamation point, we're really talking about Ristozi as potentially a name for the top team in the state in terms of amateur soccer, and a really good way for them to transition into their NPSL campaign. I know it's a month or two away, but really they would no doubt ride this momentum into that competition.
Yeah, this is the last match for both teams before their seasons kick off. Obviously, Steel Pulse kicks off in 2 weeks' time, or a week's time, and Ristozi in 2 months' time. But this is definitely going to be a very exciting matchup. Steel Pulse has brought up all the big guns, brought out a full roster. We were talking about one of our biggest concerns was, will they show up in time and how is that warm-up? I think we're seeing good signs for it today. Obviously, not everyone got here as early as we expected, but hey, it's a rainy day. It's going to be a windy day. They did better than we expected.
Yeah, absolutely. The concerns, right? We saw Yusuf Nasiri get dismissed with that red card at the end of the Cristos match, right? And this is a squad that they go quality over quantity. They don't often have a lot of subs. It's such a nucleus of this group. And without Yusuf Nasiri, who's been such a leadership player, there were a lot of concerns in my mind. And to see how they showed up today with all of the players that they can call on, or at least a lot of them, it dispelled some of my concerns, and I think we got game on. So yeah. Sit tight, get your snacks ready, send this link out to anyone you think might be interested. I promise you are not going to be disappointed. I don't know what the scoreline is going to be. I don't know who's going to win, but I can say for certainty there is going to be a quality football match in store for us. Gio, you want to do picks real quick?
Oh, we're gonna do picks. Oh boy.
Yeah, let's get the predictions going. So we see the players available now.
Either way, we are gonna make some potential frenemies with these picks. I'm actually gonna go I'm going to go Ristozi. I'm going to go Ristozi 2-1.
Well, you heard I went 3-1 Ristozi in our pick on the podcast this week. I'm seeing more than I expected from Steel Pulse. I'm actually going to turn around that pick. I'm going to go Steel Pulse 3-3 in penalty kicks. I think it's going to be a high-scoring match, but I think Steel Pulse do have the talent and the depth to go the distance today.
Steel Pulse does look the roster just looks great, and they look like a solid squad, and I am concerned for my pick, but I picked against Ristozi, and they've proven me wrong.
Yeah.
I haven't picked against Steel Pulse, and they haven't proven me wrong, so I'm just going to stick with my pick.
Yeah, fair enough. Ladies and gentlemen, just sit tight. We're going to get underway in just a few minutes. I anticipate maybe a couple minutes later than our scheduled kickoff time, but we're basically ready to go. So get your snacks going. Get this link out. Please hit that like button if you enjoy what you're watching. Help others find it in the algorithm. And of course, subscribe to the channel in order to see more content. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Yep. Yeah, I'll turn on the music. Spangled Banner. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The walkout is done. The anthem is played. Pre-game rituals are finished, and it is time for action in this Rowland Cup finals. We mentioned the history, but it is match time now. Everything's going to be settled out there on the pitch. Steel Pulse, Ristozi. Gio, what are your expectations for today?
I'm definitely looking forward to these. While the teams' matchups are interesting, there's definitely some player matchups that I'm looking forward to. Ramsey Hassan, Baker, Captain Baker, Baker in the midfield. That's going to be a matchup to look out for, right? With those two in the midfield. Obviously, Steel Pulse will be without Yusuf Nasiri, but they have brought in some very talented players. Obviously, that we've seen them in their jersey before.
Another matchup to look out for: us versus the wind, and the players versus the wind. It's going to be one. It's going to be a recurring theme throughout. So
that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Please have patience with us. We're going to do our best to keep you shielded from the from the wind. We got the gain up already, but it is what it is right now. It's one of those crazy days, and I think both these teams will have to be aware as the long balls in a lot of situations just will not be cooperating. So we'll want to keep the ball on the turf whenever possible.
Hey, last time Ristozi played against the wind, they won.
Yeah, that's fair enough. This is the 111th playing of the Rowland Cup. We mentioned the history. 111 competitions since 1914. I just can't get over how crazy it is. Over 100 years, 2 world wars, and 111 playings. This competition, so much history. We're so glad to have you with us here live on DMB Sports Media YouTube. As always, drop a like on the video if you're enjoying what you see. Help others find it in the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel to join us. We will have all of the home matches for Steel Pulse and Ristozi throughout the whole season. So if you're a fan of either club,
yeah, we're sorry. Thank you for the note there, Peter. You're turning up the gain as we speak.
we don't. This doesn't apply because this is for direct.
Yeah, I figured that.
Yeah. In any case, no press box today. We're gonna do the best we can with what we got. You're gonna need to play with that because I haven't focused. Well, I know a lot. So just help me out. It's gonna be Ristozi on the ball. They'll play right to left, wearing their white kit. Steel Pulse, of course, will wear their red. Two sides that have had to weather the strongest of competition in order to get here. Steel Pulse knocking off Christos, Ristozi knocking off Bolis. Actually, in the build-up, in the group play, they also had to score off against Steel Pulse, so no small task. And right off the bat, Ristozi looking to get forward. It was one that was a little too direct, sent all the way to the Steel Pulse goalkeeper, Justin Appler, and they will Pulse looking to play from the back. Steel Pulse have an incredible front three today. Ramzi Hassan, Musa Kande, and then Diarra Zumana. No small task at all for Ristozi. I think this is going to be a match in which we see a ton of goals.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of offensive power here on both teams, right? I mean, I know I said it was going to be a 2-1, but I don't think it's going to be that scoreline.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's why I went with my 3-3. It really will come down to which of these two defenses can stand up taller, stand up stronger. We saw Keeler, Ristozi's goalkeeper, with a fantastic goalkeeper performance the last time these two sides. And you don't think goalkeeper performance a lot when you think of a team that concedes 3 goals, but really none of those were his fault. And it was absolutely several huge saves that Keeler was able to come up with. This one sent into the corner. Ramirez. Now squared to the back post. Pulse are there for the first ball. Second ball does fall kindly. Takes a deflection on the way through.
There's not much change up in the lineups for both of these teams. Obviously, Steel Pulse did bring more of their starters, but it's still a lot of familiar faces on the field. The biggest miss, I think, will be Yusuf Nasiri for Steel Pulse.
Yeah, no doubt. But we knew that was going to be the case coming into this match. And all things considered, I think they've shown up with a really strong lineup. I really like the addition of Santos Pacheco.
Starting in forward.
Yeah, which is, it seems counterintuitive, but I like what he brings in terms of hold-up play, right? Yeah. He's a true 9. He's going to be checking, receiving the ball, allowing the wingers, right? Diarra Zumana, at times Ramzi Hassan, and at times Musa Kande to get in behind. I think that's a really strong tactical move for Coach Numfor and Steel Pulse.
Yeah, when we saw him play last time with Steel Pulse, which was his debut with him, he was on the midfield and he was kind of being more of a distributor and controlling the rhythm. But definitely looking forward to what he does with his hold-up play, as you mentioned, especially having Musa Kante on the wings, right? He's a player that just has speed, and I'll hold that thought. I thought it was going to mount to something more.
Trickles back to Keeler, who will drop it down and will play from the back. Ristozi looking down the far side. It doesn't come off favorably. Second ball falls to Hassan, and now Jude looking in the corner. Diarra Zumana will track it down. Walking the tightrope is the former Loudoun United player, Diarra Zumana,
who had a hat trick last game.
Yeah, fantastic performance. He's a player who has such a high ceiling. He's emblematic of Steel Pulse in that when he's on, he's absolutely on. There are days where he kind of disappears. We'll see which day he has in store for him, but he's an absolute difference maker when he comes to play.
How spoiled is Pacheco to have 2 players like that on the wings for him? I mean, come on now. Either way you distribute it, they're going to do something.
Well, he's perfectly complimentary of everyone around him. Like, Steel Pulse does not need another lights-out, speedy winger forward, They just don't need that. They have speed in dozens out there, but Pacheco brings a little something different, and I think it's refreshing to see that.
100%.
Here's Keeler.
So the question in the chat,
should we just go with this?
Probably not. That's going to pick up the same amount of wind. I mean, we're looking at people. Thank you for bearing with us. Winds are going to be anywhere from the 30 to 50 miles an hour. So, yeah, without a structure,
not much we can do about it.
Yeah,
we got our settings as best as we can. Ooh, that was a mistake playing out of the back. Well, it's a mistake that will not come to anything.
This is very early on, but it looks like Ristozi is a little reserved right now. They're not that high.
Their energy levels haven't been very.
If they draw, do they go into extra time or penalties?
It goes right to penalty kicks. If this is a level after 90, we will see penalty kicks. A long way to go before then, but yeah, we would not see extra time. Sent over to Kofi from Jude. Now, Emmanuel has his ball picked out, sent all the way back to the Steel Pulse goalkeeper. Based on what I'm seeing from the start, I think that Ristozi are going to have to wake up. I really haven't seen the same energy we saw against Christos right out of the gate, right? Or even Boli's to some extent. It seems like maybe it's the weather, or maybe it's, I don't know, just the weekend for these players. But
and on the opposite side, I mean, we're looking at two teams that age ranges are very different, and Steel Pulse needs to keep that in mind. Like these young guys can run, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once Ristozi do wake up, right? It's going to be a completely energized game. I just am not seeing exactly what we've seen in the past from this Ristozi side.
We're trying something new now. Or it's the rain.
It could be the rain, which has started here. Nice slick developing on the turf. Got the wind, got the slick. Certainly not the best conditions for footy, but in some regards it is. And
if you're playing, this is the best condition.
What a ball over the top. Great defensive challenge there from Boateng. And it will be a set piece.
That's a historic duo right there.
Boateng and Edubio, the Charleses.
I mean, well, you've seen them play together for years and years, and they've gone up against some of the best teams. And look at that clearance. Just experience speaks so much in that clip alone.
They're both deceptive in how they play. I'll come back to that thought in a moment as we see this in-swinger from Ristozi. This was sent in. Appler comes but does not claim. It's top of the 18. Begs for a clearance. Those are the moments that are really uncomfortable. Anything can happen. Handball, etc. Ball can take an unlucky bounce. So Pulse will want to avoid those set pieces whenever possible.
Soriano did try to beat Appler on that. And, I mean, what a way to come out.
Chinogami finds the early pass, doesn't come off, and Edubio will send it out. Now, I was saying both of the defensive veterans for Steel Pulse, they're deceptive in different ways. Edubio is a massive player, so good in the air, but he's deceptively quick. Boateng, on the other hand, is a little bit slighter build, but he's so physical. He'll stick his body into all situations against much bigger players.
I mean, did you just see that clearance that Edubio had? Like, it was split-second reaction, just sends it up the field. Like, no, not today, young buck.
Yeah, and they've been playing together for quite some time. So, you know, we talk about the Steel Pulse, sometimes some defensive lapses, but it's not, you know, because of them. It's they're basically doing a ton of a job because the midfield will leave them on an island at times. Ooh, it's a derby back pass, but Appler will handle it well.
I mean, you got to have those two if you're playing the way they play, where it's just all forward, heavy attack. You know, we have the all-stars that just either play together well or sometimes want to do everything on their own.
And there's a foul called. It looks like a bang-bang play, right? Could have been called. Steel Pulse, of course, disagree. But let's take a look at the replay. Bang-bang play, no doubt. Oh, it did look clean to me. What do you think, Gio?
You know what? Taking a second look at it, it looks super clean to me. It doesn't. He caught him. He caught him in the initial touch. He got the ball.
Well, no VAR, so it is going to be a set piece, and
We're not the VAR now.
we need a little bit of a bump in the budget.
That's right.
Who else hits this but Peter Gonzalo?
I mean, why else would anyone want to hit?
I mean, they do have other players, don't get me wrong. I know that Danik Elshani certainly capable, but I think this is going to be the hot hand, and Gonzalo, no. It's Maldonado who got to try his foot at it, but doesn't quite come off, and we will see a goal kick. take a quick look at this replay as Appler takes his time, sending his team forward. Well, if their aim was to deceive, which no doubt it was, they did a good job. They deceived me. This one's touched out of the air. It's okay. It's okay right now. It's okay. Oh, it is going to be a throw over on this near side. Kofi scans the line.
That was the bingo card, right?
Right. Wins the ball. When are we going to have a missing game ball, missing match ball? It happens in just about every amateur match we've ever covered.
More than once.
More than once, yeah. Sent down the line. El Shani battling against Musa Kande. Kande wins that battle. Pulse may get caught on the break here. Counterattack very much on. Sent forward for El Shani. Appler wisely doesn't make the challenge, but still pursued it. Pulse live to fight another day. Here comes Emmanuel.
Risky. I'll hold that thought.
Oh, that's a bad square ball. Really not the pace nor the direction that was needed, and Ristozi will really be able to take advantage. Here come the Pulse. Charles Adobio. And El Shani looks like he caught him there.
Still, like the way they pressed Steel Pulse had to force them to turn it over was the Ristozi we saw last night, like that high energy, high press, high attack. Like, if they bring that, we could see a bit different ball game. But if they keep it low energy, low effort, Steel Pulse, they're gonna favor that.
Check. I'm not hearing. I don't know if I'm hearing you. Can you check?
I'm hearing you.
Okay. Are you hearing me?
Yeah. You know what? I'm not hearing you. Can you say something?
Check, check. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Checking out that. There's a foul coming out, going against Ristozi. Yeah, go ahead. I'll watch it. Well, 14th minute. No clear-cut chances for either side. Both sort of feeling their way into this game, and Steel Pulse will just lump this one forward. Adobio launching one in the direction of Diarra Zumano. Can he get there? Well done from Diarra Zumano initially to get to the ball, but well defended. Will just be a goal kick to come. Comes the goal kick from Keeler. Flicked on. Shani loses out. Pulse. We'll look for the right pass. It's sent to the corner. Well, one from Jude. Here's Kofi. Now Emmanuel Oluwesi sending one to the back posts in the direction of Diarra Zumana. Went just a little bit wide, and now we're going to see the goal kick. Keeler again. Now sent up top towards Gonzayo. The wind held that one up. Now the Pulse can get forward. Good one-touch passing, but no recipients on the end of it. Keeler will find Soriano. And now Taichi Nogami. Nogami has space to run into. Can't find the right distribution. Soriano again. That's an errant touch. Soriano able to clean up for his own mistakes. That one does travel all the way to Gonzalo. Now Baker looking to find Nogami. It doesn't come off. Here's Pacheco slowing things down, doing what he does best. Although maybe not the best pass back. Elshani is all over top of it. Sent to the top of the 18. Baker takes the first effort. Elshani on the second. Is there a window? Well held by Justin Appler in this slick and wet turf. Costly mistake from Pacheco. Definitely want that pass back, but no harm, no foul. There's Hassan. Now Pacheco is able to find Keeler. Now Soriano. Good battle over on the far touchline, and Gonzayo working against that Obio. And Baker just wide. What a strike from Bryson Baker with that left foot. Almost putting Ristozi up. Early inside of 20 minutes. Take a look at this replay. Baker took this well and took it quickly. There'll be a throw over on the far touchline now. Into Jude. Now Boateng, not taking any chances. Tom Schroeder will drop all the way back. We'll restart this attack. Schroeder to Keeler.
Our makeshift shelter here over here. Oh, but it's not raining. Of course it's not raining.
That's how it works. This one ping-ponged around. Pulse can't bring that one down. There's the battle, the matchup you were looking for. Bryson Baker winning the better of that one against Hassan. But Kofi is there. Here's a second bite at the apple for Ramsey Hassan. Able to find Jude.
They play together. That's years of knowing each other.
Pulse pinging the ball around. Here's Musakande cutting inside. Now back out wide. Daro Zamana able to find Conde. The shot is taken. The shot is blocked from close range. Both sides engineering chances at a faster rate now.
Ball. Here. Ball.
Oh, I was pretty certain that was a corner kick, but no.
I thought Soriano got a touch to it.
It certainly looked on the replay like there was a change of direction in the ball. Surprised to see no protest from the Pulse, but
it's early on, Noah.
they're saving their energy.
Yeah, they're waiting for their moment.
Fair enough. Onwards we play. Schroeder playing from the back, finding Taichi Nogami. Nogami will look over the top, but
Peter Gonzayo getting physical. Something we don't see from him. We usually like to see the techers behind him, but
yeah, he's got that capacity. Ooh, that's a nervy moment. Oh my goodness, almost shambolic at the back for Ristozi.
That's not a mistake we see Keebler make.
No, not at all. But I do feel for him. When you get forward, we're going to come back for that replay in a minute. Pulse wanting to double down and play quickly. Sent to the top of the 18. It's Ramzi Hassan trying to engineer a window. The footwork was good. The result was not. Now, Kofi sent across and all the way, trickling across the backside.
There it is.
Yep.
That was the fight for their corner. But I mean, would have been almost a catastrophic mistake for Keebler.
Yeah.
On that. I mean, he's such a good player. We always praise his performances, and then we see him pull something off like that. Hey, you know what? Great job for Steel Pulse for adding that pressure too.
I feel for, yeah, I had great pressure. That has to be partially due to the conditions, right? Keeler took a higher starting position, got higher, and then the ball just bounced slick off the turf. He didn't have enough time to get back, and the ball came right to him quickly. Lovely little play engineered by Ramzi Hassan, and now...
You see who's on Ramzi Hassan, right?
Oh, it's Bryson Baker. That's what I'm
Bryson
saying.
Baker.
They've already matched up a few times. There is going to be another set piece for the Pulse. Ramzi Hassan is the taker. Usually we see Diarra Zumana over these, but Hassan says, no, this is mine.
I won this. I did this. I get this.
There's already some...
Musa Kande, and I can't see who it is from Ristozi. It's too early to be doing this.
Yeah, it's Tom Schroeder, Musa Kande. Musa Kande, from the body language, seems to be the more incensed.
It's probably reacting from something.
Yeah. And onwards we play. A little bit of spice here early on.
Adding flavor to the show.
This one's sent to the back post. Oh, well won from Edobio. Second ball sent away.
He's just a towering figure, my goodness.
Yeah, able to get so much power, albeit from a pretty deep position. Oh, there's protests over on the far side. It's heating up for sure. I didn't get a good look at that. Did you, Gio?
Yeah, it was just rough. I mean, it looked like he got the ball, but he did come in with the 2 foot, so.
Yeah, I did see ball, but yeah,
the 2 foot was excessive. He did get a yellow card from that, and that was Boateng.
Boateng picking up an early caution. Let's go back. I want to check out this almost catastrophic mistake. Yeah, Keeler came forward. He got outside of his 18, and the ball skipped towards him much quicker than he anticipated.
But even on the second attempt, right? He relaxed, thinking that Steel Pulse had stepped off the pressure. But no, Steel Pulse stayed on it and chased it down.
I don't think he necessarily thought there wasn't pressure coming. I think he was trying to be too cool, like to not make a mistake, right? I get that, but you have to make the right decision with the right timing if you're going to play Mr. Cool. Yeah, it's the one that usually gets right, just not right on that time.
Very out of character for him.
Yeah, this is sent across by Soriano. Schroeder sends it over to the near wing. Near touchline, that is. Here's Olawesi keeping it in, but at the expense of possession, and now we'll go all the way back for Keeler.
So Andrew makes a great point. Frustrating the opposition is a great way to make them lose concentration. I think that is the one Achilles heel for Steel Pulse. They love to get under people's skin, but it's really easy to get under their skin as well.
Here's a great service in. There's shouts for a foul, but it's not given off the ball.
That was fantastic from Adler, coming off his line and controlling whatever was going to happen from that.
Yeah, well done. R2 Yukon is the player who went down. Not sure what kind of contact there was. this one will trickle all the way back to a goal kick. And through 26 minutes, no super clear testing of the goalkeeper. We've had chances created, no doubt, but I think we're still kind of building into this match. Two offensive juggernauts. Down the line.
Ristozi is waking up, though.
Absolutely. We're seeing more and more. We've seen Elshani involved. We've seen Gonzalo being brought into the fold. There's Danik Elshani stepping off early on.
The power lifter is in the house.
I thought the power lifter was for Bowleys.
Well, I mean, I call BJ that as well.
BJ Belogan. Okay.
Yeah.
The player for Bowleys is actually a
He's an
power
actual
lifter.
power lifter. I should say powerhouse because he's a tank too.
Oh, we do have some Maryland Bobcats love on the field now. It's Wilfred Tine stepping on for Steel Pulse. The former All-Star United, former Bridgeport and Maryland Bobcat, a longtime Steel Pulse player. He's been around. He will bring more offensive capabilities to an already loaded Steel Pulse side. Well, one from Jude. Now Ramsey Hassan finding Diarra Zumana.
Yeah, that's what you want. You don't want to play this ping pong game. You want it on the ground.
Oh, that's lovely from Jude to find Hassan. And this is much better from Keeler.
You see that?
Yeah, pulled up a little bit. I don't know.
Is something
wrong.
Could that be why he had that reaction?
I'll tell you what. I tell you what is exactly that kind of play when I tore my ACL. I came out on a rainy day, outside the box, had to contort my body in a weird way. I hope not. I mean, that's not a torn ACL.
Right, of course not.
But it is uncomfortable as a goalkeeper when you get in those situations. You'll do anything for twist your body in any kind of way. And I hope he's all right. Here is Maldonado keeping it going. Oh, there's a window there. And that's a chance not taken for BJ Belogan. I think he would love to have that one back.
You saw how he cut them off the ball though, right? See, that's why I say he's a powerhouse. I mean, that was a great square ball from Captain Baker over here in the corner to find, I think it was Soriano, and then he played it back in. Golden opportunity, I think.
Absolutely. Been sent down the line in the direction.
Never went in.
That's the right. Christian Rafael is the recipient. There's Belogan losing out. Here comes Ramsey Hassan. Hassan by Jude. Jude can hit these. Takes a deflection on its way through, and we will see a corner kick to come for the Pulse. This time Diarra Zumana will step to take the set piece.
We got to keep an eye on Keepler. He's still moving a little interesting there. I'm wondering if he got knocked up on one of those plays.
I think it's really the one, it was an off the ball kind of thing. Here's an in-swinger to the back post. I think this is overhead. But Kofi will send it back across. And it took a touch. And it looks like the ball was already gone.
The other thing we need to watch out for is Charles Adebayo interacting with the public. That's going to get into your head. You cannot lose focus.
Right. Yeah, play the game. Usually that's something he's so good at.
Right.
Inspiring his teammates to not talk to the ref, not talk to the other vested parties, and not doing it today. Oh, that's a bad pass out from Schroeder. Here comes Musakande finding Diarra Zumana. Now it is Ramsey Hassan. Hassan somehow able to get rid of that ball. Ristozi seemed to have done enough. It's sent forward for Belogan. Belogan muscling through. Ooh, the foul is called late. What do you think, Gio?
I mean, a powerhouse, man. I don't think that was a foul, to be honest. I think he just got muscled off the ball. There were some extensions of the hands in the pool. Yeah, okay.
That's within.
That's a fair.
That's within the margin of error. Of you can call that one, but I don't think they're very fortunate because I don't think you see that one called every time.
No, that could have went either way, but that was to the rest side. That was a fair call.
Jackson Lewis there in defense, sending the ball out. Pulse will get bodies forward now.
But you see what I mean? BJ Balogun is just such a powerhouse, man.
Oh, he is.
You put that on 101.
It's Taiwo for Bowley, so I was thinking of.
Yeah. Oh, you're still thinking.
I can't think of who we were talking about. Yeah. This one's sent to Musa Kande. Working wonders. We'll send it across. And sent up and out. Oh, what a move from Christian Rafael. And an even better tackle from Edobio.
That was a fantastic move. And Edobio just being smart enough to come flying in.
Yeah, he covers a lot of ground for a center back.
He's so tall, though, man.
This one's down the line, and it will be a Steel Pulse throw.
Not only is he tall, he's smart. He's smart especially when Steel Pulse is getting. He knows how to track back, how to cut off the play.
Well, we may not see a lot of Steel Pulse Ristozi or Christos Ristozi battles, but I can say, well, we've got the announcement that Musa Kande will be playing the NPSL ball with Virginia Dream, so we will get to see the Musa Kande versus Ristozi battle throughout the summer, live on DMV Sports Media. We'll come back to that, but there's another kind of shady moment playing out of the back for Ristozi,
and that's not like them. I'm telling you, there's something a little in the air that has Ristozi playing a little funky.
That is fantastic work from Ramzi Hassan, known to be a player who can pull sort of street magic, I'll call it, making the ball disappear off his back, using his head, every part of his body to juggle the ball.
Small-sided.
Yeah, absolutely. Just makes the opposition look silly at times. There's Oluwesi trying to find Ramzi Hassan, but Taichi Nogami is quicker to it. Nogami to spring Balogun. Goalkeeper's there, doesn't have a chance. Balogun, can he pull the trigger? No. Oh, must find the shot. What a save from Appler. And somehow, Steel Pulse have weathered the storm. Wow.
My goodness. First of all, what a pass from Nogami just to play in BJ Balogun like that. But I think Balogun had too hard of a touch. He had to chase it down, gave both center backs enough time to get back and just get that play.
Even though he took that big touch, I would love to see, and I know this is not an easy thing, I would love to see the confidence to try to hit that, going off balance into the open goal. I think that's a really tough thing to do, but I think it's the right option.
What a tackle.
Wow, here comes Diarra Zumana getting stuck in, covering ground, has help, will find Ramzi Hassan. Hassan gives it back, the shot taken, and the shot, it's inches wide.
What a build-up, man.
We have one chance, open goal one side, and then a one-on-one on the other. What a game. It's opening up end-to-end stuff here.
Yeah, it is getting exciting. I mean, just the know-how for Diarra to see Ramzi Hassan. He had another player on the outside, but he decided to cut back and put the defense on the back foot, and it was just fantastic build-up.
Austin Hyde says, don't gas Taiwo up that much, it'll get to his head. Welcome, Austin.
My bad.
I love it that, there's a contentious moment. I'm not sure. Referee did have a better angle. I'll try to save the replay so we can come back to it, but
to be honest, I missed it.
Yeah, there's a player down, no head injury, so we will continue. It's Diarra Zumana looking inside, will make the service, will cut out at the back from Jackson Lewis. And Rafael will knock it out for his teammate. All right. And we are going to come check on the player. Again, not a head injury, so that's why the referee did a good job to let the play continue. But we will come back now and check on the well-being of the player who went down. Let's take a look at this replay. It's going to be
Peter
Gonzalo. Yeah, obviously really hope that he's able to continue for the sake of this game and for his sake. Yeah, probably a good case to be made for a foul there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing else that can be said there.
This one's good sportsmanship from Oluwesi to give it back to the goalkeeper in non-traditional means. Hey, all that matters is he gave it back.
He gave it back.
Yeah.
You did say if you were on the field, you would kick it all the way back to the ref.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I saw that maybe last game or 2 games ago where they gave it right to the player in front of them. No, because then your team's not really ready. You know, they have a chance to attack you. You got to be nice. I mean, be respectful, but don't be just giving them counterattack.
No, it's like, why not just give him a goal?
I like how Austin Hyde's always in the chat, but doesn't say anything until we mention, and he's always there. He's always always ready to engage.
Austin Hyde, we hope you a speedy recovery.
Yeah, Super Soccer League season, which won't be the same without an Austin Hyde-led Bullies, although this side did look good last week. Here comes an early chance. Keeler.
Those are those shaky moments when a player tries to cut back, but their body just moves forward.
Yeah.
That was Musa Kande trying to cut back. No, that's a scary moment.
Jackson Lewis looking around the corner. We'll send it forward. We'll cut out by Kofi. Now Baker. What can Bryson Baker find? Really good to get that ball out to Rufael. But an even better tackle from Kofi.
Kofi was so important. Yeah, I heard that thought.
Sent inside. Baker turning, finding the pass. Now it's BJ Balogan retreating.
Is that TT on that side?
I'm having a hard time. If you can help when you get a chance. That's Maldonado. With all respect to TT, but I don't think that he would be the first choice if they have subs. So I don't think that's TT. I think it's someone else, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I mean, TT's done a great job the last few games stepping in.
Murtala. Not sure who that is.
Here's Rafael. Well taken. Appler makes the save. Oh, that is poor from Baker, player his caliber. And yes, Lawal Murtala. Yeah, he's a player who's played for Pulse for the last few seasons. Also played NPSL ball with DMV
right.
Elite.
You're right. Yes. Okay. I knew the name sounded familiar, but I wasn't like, what? No.
Yeah, I think he's played at some professional level in Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, at some point in his past. So certainly an accomplished player.
What a save from Appler, though, right? I mean, close range.
Yeah, just got to get the hands up quickly and put it into a safe enough area. Appler will send this one into the midfield. Well won from Pechi Nogami. Now Oluwesi battling Rufael. And obviously, Ristozi not so thrilled about that one. Rufael not shaken up. I mean, I give respect to Rufael. He's got right back up.
Getting a little physical here.
Oh, it's getting a little more than a little.
Well, you know, I'm trying to play it down here.
Yeah, it's a game that could easily explode.
Oh, no, that's a big miss from the ref. Like, I get it. He's trying to let the game play on, but that was a handball.
And off the ball, there's some more physicality. Ramsey Hassan on the wrong end of it. Forward from Musa Kande. And now
Great defense.
Go for Tine. Back to Kofi.
Oh yeah, I was saying about Kofi. Kofi was so huge for Christo when they played against Christos. He had that side locked down.
He's another player. He doesn't have like the biggest physical stature, but he plays like a 6'6" player for real. I've seen him strap up players on both Christos and Ristozi all day down there.
He's a fantastic player for sure.
Yeah. This is Musa Kande looking to create. And it will be a corner And it looks like Diarazumana will make his way over for the delivery. Can they find Edubio on this, right? And that is clearly the man they want to get the ball. Ristozi think that Balogun has the best chance of stopping him.
I mean,
oh, great delivery, but deemed to be an illegal use of something to set up the shot. Let's take a look at the replay. Oluwesi again involved.
He's saying that he wasn't happy for the decision, the interference they played on. Calling for a foul even.
Daichi Nagami sends it back to Schroeder. Out to Jackson Lewis. Lewis cutting inside for Schroeder. Pulse have taken over. Early pass from Diarazumana. The flag goes up. And
it's a great call by the ref. I mean, it was margins, but it was a great call. But had he been onside, long day. Steel Pulse is looking better of the two sides.
yeah, right now.
It was starting to shift towards Ristozi. Ristozi was starting to get
Never any doubt. Edubio winning that one now. Great ball movement. It's right now Steel Pulse winning the midfield very much. Jude will try a big ball into the box, but Keeler is underneath of it without too much trouble.
That wasn't his intention. You know that caught wind and it just veered off to Keeler.
Yeah.
But Keeler did well by responding and collecting that.
There's Soriano over to Jackson Lewis. Not a great decision, not a great pass, especially with the wind and the uncertainty. Kofi. Maybe a throw again on this near side.
Souvenir for us. Yeah, Fran throw in.
Fran getting in. Love it. Sent back by Kofi. Boateng scanning the field. Boateng just gonna take his time. There's likely only a few potential chances left, and Pulse would love for all of them to be theirs. Don't want to concede right before the end of the half.
This would be the worst time for either team to concede.
Sent over for Kofi. Now Kande, Musa Kande wants to cut inside. Will continue. Can he find a window?
Daichi Nagame, such a great player for Ristozi. He was on the track to be an MVP for their game against Christos, but Peter Kazai said, no, let me take that.
Right, and it was for nothing he did wrong. It was just something, it was a next level performance. Here comes Diarazumana over on the far side. Sent back around. Rain is picking back up. We'll see how that affects the players. This one trickles through. Jackson Lewis and Schroeder should reclaim. This one's lumped down the line. Nervy back pass, but Edubio is confident. Good work from Oluwesi. Wow, Emmanuel Oluwesi. Weathering the storm, sending a beautiful pass. Musa Kande must find the shot. Oh, I think the chance is gone. Shouts for a handball, but I mean, I think that chance was already gone.
He should have just tried his luck.
The early one was gone by the time he cut back. This one's sent across. Daichi Nagami hunts it, but Kofi's first to it.
Steel Pulse needs to stop arguing and just focus.
Yeah, there's certainly space there to run into. Fortine running out of space. Keeler puts his body on the line. It looks like he did make the save. Maybe a final corner kick to end the half.
Keeler, the keeper, doing what he does, coming off his line and shutting the play down.
Great work from Fortine to keep this one in play. Here comes the service. Shots for a handball, and instead we'll get the halftime. Wow, what a half. And this one's a game that has not let us down. Still Paul certainly came with a strong roster. Ristozi, we've come to expect this level. And honestly, by their standards, a bit of a slower start, but we have seen them woken up at times. I think second half, they have certainly the players to do big things. What are your expectations, Jim?
I mean, really right now, the biggest difference is Steel Pulse wants this more. It's what it looks like on the field. They've been the aggressors. They've been the one chasing down the plays. Ristozi, as we mentioned, it's not the energy we are used to seeing from them. So if Ristozi wants to win this, they have to bring that energy way up, and Steel Pulse just needs to finish their chances.
Yeah. Well, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in here live on DMV Sports Media YouTube. We will have the second half in just a few minutes, but don't forget to hit that like button to help others find this video in the algorithm. And, of course, hit the subscribe button. Join this great community. Follow us on Instagram, DMV Sports Media. We also have Super Soccer League kicking off kicking off tonight. So another reason to subscribe and follow us on Instagram as well. We're going to take a quick break for the half, but we'll see you in just a few moments. Back live for the second half of this Rowland Cup Finals. Well, hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rowland Cup Finals here live on DMV Sports Media. It is Steel Pulse, it is Ristozi, it is a scoreless affair, but I don't think that's going to continue much longer. Gio, what are your expectations for the second half?
You know what? I think we're going to see some goals and potentially a red card.
Which comes first?
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to say a goal. It has to be a goal, right? It can't be a red card. If a red card happens first, that's a letdown of a game.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a goal first, but shortly thereafter, a red card. It's been a physical game throughout, but it's gotten even more chippy and vocal between them. Oh, this one does find its way all the way to Diarra Zumana, but I think he didn't expect it to find it. And now it will be Keeler starting the attack from the back.
Sorry, I'm looking at the radar over here. People, we have rain coming, so the conditions of the game is going to get very interesting.
Stanik Elshani turning, lovely creation from Elshani to find Baker. Bryson Baker has the ball on his left foot, sends it across. And there's the golazo right off the bat. It is an early goal from Bacano. What a goal.
Appler's going to be kicking himself because he got his hands on it but didn't catch it, and it spilled, and, you know, I was going to say Bully. Ristozi stayed with it and put it in the back of the net. There was also a lot of questions on the build-up. Steel Pulse was saying there was a foul earlier in the build-up, but honestly, it was just great play by Ristozi.
Yeah. Captain Baker finding the pass. Bartu Yakan is the goal scorer for Ristozi. 1-0 here in the 47th minute. Well, we've got our goal. I hope I'm wrong.
There's no red card.
I hope there's no follow-up red card. I think the alternative is, you know, Steel Pulse, it's all about how they channel this, right? I mean, if it goes to frustration, we're going to see the red card, no doubt. But we've seen them dig deep and utilize their offensive abilities. If they can channel this frustration the right way, this could be really good from a neutral point of view. Here's Peter Gonzalo sending it across the 18. Khan looking for a window, not able to find it, and now Musa Kande able to find Wilfred Tine.
How important is Bryce Baker for this team? I mean, he's the one that created that play. He just gave Peter Gonzalo a great ball. I mean, he's such a solid player for them.
I thought it was 4.
This one sent for Diarra Zumana. We'll take the early shot. Ooh, a little bit. Not the cleanest take for Keeler, but he did enough and he held on. I like the confidence from Diarra Zumana to hit that from downtown.
But he's a player that can do that. I mean,
it was one of those where I don't think he expected to score outright, but things happen sometimes when you put those dipping balls that bounce right in front of goal as a goalkeeper. Not always a comfortable one to take. Well, taken down by Munez. Just outside of the reach of Maldonado, but Bartu Yakan.
Goal scorer.
Here comes Ramsey Hassan trying to thread the needle. What a ball. Must be, oh, what a tackle at the last from Soriano to take it away.
That was a great tackle from Soriano.
Musakande would have been in.
Yeah.
There's Gonzalo, who's been relatively quiet. What can he find here? Ball sent in, Yakan just behind it. Appler is the first to it. Here comes Pulse. You feel the urgency. There's going to create chances. It's a question of can Ristozi weather the storm. Good work rate from Diarra Zumana. Even better step from Soriano.
So on this side, Diarra Zumano was getting fouled by, I can't remember who it was, but you got Munoz. You got to watch that. It's going to be an interesting battle on this side. They've been going at it all day. It's only going to continue.
It's physical, right? When players receive the ball, there's just an expectation. You're going to have a player kind of crashing into you. Referees letting it go a little bit, but what I like, this is a high-level game. You can't just be calling every bit of contact, right? As long as the players are kept safe, and I think that some should be allowed. It looks like Murtada's stepping off and Jermaine David's stepping on. Jermaine David's stepping on, a young player for the Pulse. Sent down the line. Excuse me, that's Murtada's still on. I'm not sure who stepped off. I think that was Wilfred Tine who stepped off.
Yeah, Wilfred.
Bit of an underwhelming performance by his high standards. Maybe just, it's been a while since he's played with Pulse, not on the same page. Tom Schroeder will pick up a foul here. And finally, Diarra Zumano getting a set piece in his favor. You mentioned he's been on the receiving end of some fouls, as he so often is. He's just an elusive player, shifty player. One you have to foul sometimes to damage control.
I feel like that trio didn't give the opportunity. Oh, foul? A yellow card on top?
Yeah, caution for Schroeder. This is where you go into game management mode. I think we're not the only ones who recognize the way this game was headed. And it's a good officiating crew. Shout out to our center official. Noticing that, making some bookings on both sides. Jude will send one into the box. Back post over everyone and easily sent away by Ristozi. Here's Oluwesi. Plenty of time and space. We'll lump it over the top. Edobio. Is he a center back right now? He's all the way up the pitch.
Center back on the wrong side.
Yeah. It seems Emmanuel Oluwesi has dropped back to kind of play between the 6th role and defensive responsibilities.
Like obviously in the camera you can't catch this because you can't see everything, but there's definitely a lot of paybacks happening off the ball.
Yeah.
It's getting testy.
Yeah. I mean, there's no innocent party here, right?
No.
Both sides are doing it. Like, I've seen Oluwesi with some extra stuff left on. You've noticed Diarra Zumano on the receiving end of some stuff, so. Ooh, that's a scary moment. I don't know if I'm feeling confident enough to turn that ball back with Diarra Zumano right outside of me.
Oluwesi, great pressure.
Yeah.
But
looks like
Ristozi does better to get out of that. Oh, great ball.
Goalkeeper off his line times this one really well ahead of Bartu Yakan, preventing another goal. Well, my score prediction and your score prediction could still come through. The only score prediction that is not likely to happen at this point is Coach Numfor. Although he didn't necessarily promise shutout, right?
He did not.
He just said how many goals can we score.
He did.
Chinogami's ball blocked by Jude.
Jude is, I feel like, an underrated player.
Oh, he's an incredible player.
He is an incredible player, but I feel like he doesn't get the love he should. I fear.
Yeah. This one sent into the box. And there's a goal. It almost seemed to be a silence right before that goal.
Well, I think Steel Pulse swore up and down he was offside, but he ref didn't never call it, so you got to play to the whistle.
Who was the goal scorer? Was that?
That was Nagami, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Taichi Nogami doubling the advantage for Ristozi here in this Rowland Cup final. Let's take a look at the replay. Yeah, Nogami getting himself into space. Ooh, yeah, there's a player keeping him on. I think it was Boateng. I'm not certain, but it did look like.
It was like a step in front of him.
Yeah. That's one of those where we need to draw the little Premier League lines to get that one right. But it absolutely, there was a player back.
Yeah.
of those decisions where it depends on if the guy shaved today or not. Now it's sent back to the far touchline. Kofi for Oluwesi. Gio, is there hope left for Steel Pulse, or is this game done and dusted?
I mean, it's still early. Steel Pulse could still score a goal, but they'd have to do it relatively soon.
Yeah.
It's not easy to score against Ristozi, but if you do score on them now, you still have enough time to tie it up.
There's some real frustrations mounting as Baker travels over and gets a corner. There was another handball not called, and I think with the 2 goals and the lack of like some of these small calls, I don't know if it was or wasn't a handball, but in the perception becomes reality category, Steel Pulse are feeling hard done in this moment, and I hope it doesn't turn into a red card.
Well, earlier, like, you know, we were talking about it in the first half, like Steel Pulse getting sidetracked, losing focus, and engaging with the audience, but then on their own bench they were arguing not too long ago.
Yeah.
So it's like that stuff distracts.
It does. Here's a great in-swinger. Well, that was not a confident response from the Steel Pulse back line and goalkeeper, but it doesn't come back to bite them. If there was a player on that back post, that's a goal.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. I mean, there's still questions around Steel Pulse, honestly.
Especially on the set piece defending. That's been something that's plagued them throughout the years.
That wing caught me by surprise.
That is those 50 mile an hour winds he talked about. Sent forward early. Diarra Zumana has help alongside him. We'll touch it for Musa Kande. Great cover from Soriano.
Soriano has been fantastic on that side. I don't think Musa Kande has had a breakaway because of him.
Sent in for Kande. Back to Hassan. Diarra Zumana takes this in out of the air. All the confidence, maybe not the direction that he needed on that one.
Blame the wind on that.
That's a lot of wind to get that one that far off.
No, that one wasn't 50, but still.
Maybe the wind took it slightly off his foot where he needed it to
that's
be.
What
we're going to go with.
Oh, great. He pickpocketed him so well right there.
Oh, that's a high challenge.
Yeah. That might be a yellow.
I don't think the referee saw it, to be honest.
Yeah, but he's calling the
linesman's gonna put back.
The lineman's is calling it back. And then another foul over here.
Another. I think referee going in the pocket. I want to see the decision. Let's take a look at the first.
Kofi got that yellow.
Kofi did get the first yellow?
No, this yellow went back here.
Okay, so the second foul is the yellow. Let's take a look at the first. That one wasn't as clear cut as I thought it was. It really, I can't tell. The first one, maybe there was some contact with the hand, but I don't know that we're really seeing it intentional.
Well, he could be just managing the game, right?
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't.
He saw the.
I'm saying from the first one, and he didn't give a yellow, so he might have made all the right decisions here. I'm agreeing with the referee's handling of this one. I do want to take another look at the second one, which did get the yellow card.
No, he's giving the yellow for the first one.
For the first one?
No, he just warned him.
And to be fair, the linesman had a much better viewpoint than we do, even from the slow motion replay.
It was behind the play. Ref was already moving forward. Yeah, I think he handled it well.
Yeah, and the second one did look like it was 2 feet.
But now the concern is with Ristozi, right? Because they still have a player down. Just got up, and I can't see who it is.
I do believe that's Danik Elshani. Received that contact in the face. Hope he's all right. The good news is, if it was.
Oh, luckily, he looks like he's fine and he's able to play on. So
yeah, I was gonna say the good news. I mean, it's not fun to get hit in the head, but as far as his functionality, his utility within the game, he's gonna be able to play on. You know, as long as it's not the feet, not the hips, he's able to keep going.
It's a big chance for Ristozi to widen their margin.
Yeah, I think at the edge of where you would consider shooting range. It is lofted into the box, back post, sent across.
That was really lazy defending by Steel Pulse.
I thought that the play had gone. It was almost very much like the goal that just got scored, where the entire back line kind of just stopped. And there is a foul going against Munez. Those fouls are accumulating. Not quite yellow card territory, but a few more, and we'll start to have that conversation.
Yeah, I
Sent
mean,
back to Oluwesi. Oluwesi trying to thread the needle. Wins it back initially. Daichi Nogami
does well.
slaloming through. And now it's Stephen Jude taking over for the Pulse. Pulse will try a ball into the corner for Darazumana. Still working against Schroeder. Darazumana able to walk the tightrope. Keeps this one alive, but only plays it off the Ristozi man. Here is Kofi lofting one up. Still alive.
Soriano does so well to defend that ball coming in. He's been fantastic on the defensive side for Ristozi.
Down the line from Gonzalo. There's Bartu Yukon working against Boateng, and Boateng will get the set piece.
All right, so people are telling us that even our wins are not as strong as others.
Who?
It was Peter Mizaki.
Our wins?
Yeah, saying that the wins in Chicago are 83. Actually, fun fact about the storm that's rolling through the well, I'll hold that thought because the wind is the storm that's coming through the central U.S. and moved into eastern U.S. Those winds started off at 100 miles an hour and then now are down to 50.
What a ball across, it's spilled. And Ristozi need to clear their lines. Maldonado does well.
Nobody was there for Steel Pulse.
Yeah. Bang bang play. Ristozi did well to mop up their lines. Edobia will try one into the box. Keeler is there and will fall on this one. I was waiting for the fall onto the ball, and Keeler did not disappoint. That's a must. Now it's sent up top. Edobia lets it bounce and will send it back to his goalkeeper.
I don't know if you're getting this energy from Steel Pulse that they've really stepped off the gas.
There's Murtala finding Kande. Now Darazumana sends it back across. Kande takes the shot. It's well blocked there from Schroeder. Possible goal slaving challenge, and now corner kick to come, the consolation prize.
That was a great setup by Ramsey Hassan.
One goal completely changes the dynamic of this game, as so often does.
Yeah, but I mean, Ristozi has been so great on the defense. If they even get a score, we're talking about a 62. I'll hold that thought.
Sent towards goal. Second ball's put back up. Still not fully cleared. This is not done just yet. It's blocked from Ristozi back line. Here comes Boateng all by himself. Has to get this one right. Finds Oluwesi. Now into the box. Edobia wins the first ball. There's shouts for a penalty kick. Really nervy moment between Schroeder and Darazumana. Now a counterattack on the other side. And Gonzalo is there, just wide. Well, those are the ones that Gonzalo was burying every time last match, or 2 matches ago.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, I didn't see who was on the ball for Steel Pulse, but he pretty much played it into Peter Gonzalo because Peter put on the burners and caught that ball and almost beat the keeper, Appler. But Appler did well to come off his line and get big.
Yeah, got his angles right that time. It's not an easy thing to do with backpedaling to goal time to check. We saw last week the smallest of errors in that regard could result in a goal. We saw that for Bowley's.
Ramsey Hassan getting it into with Tachi Nogame. I feel like Ristozi has won the battle of the minds And that's why the score line is what it is.
Yeah, that's a fair point. It's been sent into the corner. Still alive. Pulse will, of course, try to play out. Jermaine David's back. Kofi. And finally, there'll be a throw on the far touchline.
You know, if I'm Peter, I'm kicking myself. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about that opportunity. I'm kicking myself. I know you're up 2 goals, but you want to put your name on that glory.
I mean, honestly, I still think this game is within reach of Steel Pulse. 3 goals, maybe not so much. So I think that's a huge miss. I agree with you.
Pacheco is warming up, so we might see a substitution.
Yeah. This one. Dispossessed. Baker wins it. Sends it over to Gonzalo. Sent back across. Bryson Baker. Now Danik Elshani. He can hit these.
It's a great defensive challenge.
Here comes Jude over to Musa Kande. Musa Kande needs to find something special on this day. Will take the shot on, and
Nogame got a touch to that. That's why it wasn't the shot that it should have been.
yeah, and more time will be taken off the clock. As Keeler wisely waits. And now we'll play through the midfield. Here's Maldonado. With us. Here comes Jude. Jude will send the early ball. Oh, that's disappointing. He had options. Honestly, with the shot he's got, he would have been within his right to even take the shot on, but that was not the option.
Yeah. That was a bad decision, unfortunately. And Steel Pulse isn't getting many of those opportunities, so they cannot keep wasting them.
They are doing well to create and put pressure on a somewhat tired-looking Ristozi back line. They're just not doing a whole lot with those chances once they get them. Here comes the Arzumana. Square ball is collected well by Keeler yet again, with a whole host of bodies in the box.
Now that's the Keeler we know versus what we saw earlier.
Sent over the top. Gonzalo is there. So too is Appler. Comes Murtala. It's disappointing. Murtala and Musa Kande had different ideas about what they wanted there. Aichi Nogami will snip out the space, sends it forward. Goalkeeper rounded, must be, and it is the golazo for Danik Elshani. 3-0, and that is the icing on the cake.
What a ball from Taichi Nogame. That was a great ball. He played him through, he was on. What a ball.
Another day at the office for Ristozi, eh?
Yeah. Hey, I mean, right now you could just stamp powerhouse, right? You take on Christos, you beat Christos. Now you take it on Steel Pulse, and you're comfortably winning now, 3-0.
That just might do it. Let's take a look at this replay. There still is time, but 3 goals, no small task.
That's a goal. What are we at? The 66th minute?
69th minute. Yeah, 21 minutes left to play, maybe less.
But it's wide enough. Yes. There's locker rooms there, so yeah, but you just need it for 2 hours.
Yeah, Steel Pulse needs something.
Oh, there's a great shot. Did it take a touch on the way through? No.
I was almost out of nothing that you made that happen.
I did that umbrella. Keeler will send one over to Gonzalo. Well controlled. Gonzalo will connect with BJ Balogan. The return pass to Gonzalo. up by Appler. Storm system picking up here. Come get real close to me. Come on over here. Bertala connecting with Jude. Went out again by Soriano. Kept alive, Maldonado to Munez. Now Keeler. Schroeder.
Steel Pulse needs something. They need someone to make some magic happen here. If not, their chances of coming back.
Yeah, one goal right now. Just put a little bit of confidence, make this comeback seem a little more manageable. And there is a foul against Munez in the corner, and of course the yellow card.
You know what? He's lucky he hasn't been painted earlier.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was one kind of like what we saw with Arbeláez in the Cristos game. He made it worth it because he's got the accumulation already, and might as well make it a foul that's worth your trouble for the yellow card. It's gonna be a set piece from an advantageous position. It looks like Ristozi fans making noise as they get closer to another championship. It's sent in. Second ball does fall kindly for the Pulse player, but Ristozi back line doing well. Here's Ramsey Hassan getting the ball off his feet. Jermaine Davids. Will distribute, sprays it out. Diarra Zumana will send one in. There's Ramsey Hassan going down. No foul. Yeah. I think that's probably the right decision. Not a lot there in that. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I would agree. That was a great decision by the ref. You know, Ramsey went in there. It was contact, but he went in there looking for that.
I think it's more than that. I don't even think he fully meant to dive initially. I think it's slick down there, and I think he kind of lost his feet. And then he kind of said, I might as well. I'm down here. You know, I don't mind that.
I mean, there was a little contact, but I don't think it was like foul.
Yeah.
Just regular shoulder to shoulder.
This one sent up top. Good battle. Sends it inside. Here's Taichi Nagami. Has options forward. Oh, that ball almost found its way to BJ Balogun. But instead, it's a second bite at the apple for Ristozi. And Appler off his line to collect. Looks like he's outside of the 18 over there. Not a great pass. And here comes a chance for Maldonado. Will play in Balogun. And that is not well taken.
Ristozi is making a substitution.
It looks like Maldonado is coming off.
Colorful language. Michael Osorio made his way onto the field.
Osorio stepping on for Ristozi to help close this one out. These crucial minutes. Here comes Manuel Luesi. Alawal Murtala. Out to Hassan. Beautiful ball forward for Musa Kande. Must take this one on. Something between a square ball and a shot, and comes to nothing, but this one's still alive. Remzi Hassan, beautiful leave, and cleared right before the goal line.
Pacheco is back on the field as well.
Pacheco is on. Edobio hasn't been on for quite a while now.
Edobio is completely changed, so
yeah, he will not be coming back on. Luesi does well.
Hoping that's a tactical change versus an injury.
It may not be a full-on, you know, injury, just wear and tear. That's a lot of wear and tear.
Remzi Hassan does well to win that.
Has been making things happen. Jude's ball in. Just a little bit too much zest on that one. Keeler able to come off and affect and kill the play.
This is like Appler. I'm finally hearing Appler talk, and you want a keeper that's vocal at all times, right?
Certainly can help. This one's sent across. Here's Zumana's ball for Remzi Hassan. Hassan trying to engineer something here. He can't find his connection with Pacheco, and it'll be just a throw coming out. It's just not on today right now for the Pulse.
For the roster that they brought, this is a disappointing result for them.
Yeah.
Great result for Ristozi.
Absolutely. There were times in this game where it felt like it could have gone either way, but chances were not fully taken. And to be fair, Ristozi did really find, you know, the most from a lot of their opportunities.
100%. I mean, Ristozi just stayed with the play. I mean, and then they also finished their opportunities, right? I feel like this game, there have been opportunities, but there haven't been clear-cut opportunities. And Ristozi did work with that.
Jude over to Wilfred Tine, who's back on. Tine will try to lump one in behind. Didn't really have any teeth to that service, but the second ball does fall kindly. It's back to Tine. Soriano just clearing this one. Here comes the service. Boateng wearing the captain's armband will find Jermaine Davids. And across. Kofi. Now Pacheco.
Oh, great ball. Better defense.
And the foul is given. That's not the most contact in that one, but that's a they're losing 3-0. Best to not stir anything up. Kind of foul.
Good peaceful, so it's like,
that's
hey,
game management. Well, for Steel Pulse, it's a chance to make something happen. It's Diarra Zumana. A lot of wind. A lot of wind. Post. Oh no, what a service. Keeler goes down on the contact. And it looks like both players will be all right.
Our makeshift shelter almost blew away, Noah. I'm not going to lie to you. I felt it ripping out of my hands.
Yeah, there is going to be a trophy presentation after this, although I can't say for how long we will be. We may take some pictures and post, but I don't know how long I'm trying to keep the gear up. This is not the best conditions. We will stream the rest of the game, though. We'll keep it running as far as the game is happening. We'll see. We'll see.
See, you know, there's a comment in the chat from Peter that Steel Pulse is showing their frustrations. Honestly, that's like the best way to beat Steel Pulse. I was saying it earlier today, where it's as soon as you get in their head, while they love to get in people's heads, you can get into their heads just as easy. And as soon as you do, you start seeing the cracks.
Yeah, well, they won that battle against Los Toros, right? But they've certainly lost it here today. In some respects, they hadn't won against Christos, but then, you know, that's a costly mistake, which has echoes and reverberations here even today. That red card at the end of the Ristozi match.
You wonder if they had Yusuf Naziri here, does that look different? Does their game?
I mean, maybe not a different result, but you can't say that it wouldn't have any impact. You know, it's a discredit to say that Ristozi wouldn't have been champions, but it's just an interesting question.
Oh, great defensive block.
Yeah, that was a really good square ball from Gonzayo. It looks like it's going to come as a goal kick.
Huh. I guess there was a deflection on the way out.
Yeah. Minutes left in this one. 10 minutes to find the 3 goals that Steel Pulse so desperately need. Good return pass. Peter Gonzayo. Fael, back post, well cut out by Appler. Not a great distribution.
Right away.
Osorio, though, making a good impact for himself, and there is going to be a foul just outside the 18.
Frustrations are mounting. That was unnecessary from Ramsey Hassan, and now he's yellow card.
And the book may not have the most impactful, yellow card, but it is going to be a set piece just outside the 18 and a chance to go for 4.
Who takes it?
Got to be Gonzayo. He didn't take the last one. He hasn't had his absolute best day, although he's been very good. But I still think, based on what we saw from that Ristozi set piece, I mean, how can you not have him taking this one?
Unless they drew up another play, and I mean Baker's there, Tyson Nagami was there, but now he's since removed himself.
It looks like Baker, Nagami, and Peter Gonzayo.
And there it is.
Gonzayo will take not a bad service, but not exceptional. Just a couple of feet over. Eight minutes left to play, plus the stoppage. Still, the deficit is 3.
3 goals in 8 minutes is a tough task for any team.
Yeah. Not impossible. I mean, how many minutes did it take for Steel Pulse to get the 3 goals when they lost in the 6-3? It didn't feel like a lot of time. I don't know. And obviously it's a different situation, but it's doable. Never say never in the world of sports.
But the way Ristozi is playing, it's hard. It's a tough task. Ristozi's having a great game for in the beginning, right? Steel Pulse looked like the better team. But now Ristozi has cleared themselves.
That was a misstep from Musa Kande, who's been so good throughout the day. But maybe the desperation and the tired legs catching up. Here's Jude turning to playing in one for Musa Kande, but also another one where Musa Kande is just a step behind that one. Here comes Schroeder. Ogami. Now, this game's kind of slowed down to a snail's pace, whereas before it was so free-flowing, back and forth. Turned into a bit of a sloppy game, but still a chance here for Jude. Jude looking for the window. So many bodies behind the ball for Ristozi. Pacheco sends it across.
Ristozi has been so great about getting balls behind any opportunity a Steel Pulse put together. I mean, you saw that earlier where they just crashed down on, I think it was Ramsey Hassan, and it was like 4 players around him. But they did get a corner out of this.
Here's the distribution. First ball sent away. Jermaine David's looking for something.
He wanted to have it. He knew he wanted to have it.
Just looking for enough of a window to make it happen. Here's Oluwesi. Looking for Ramsey Hassan, but not finding. Down the line.
Oh, I don't care. I'm lucky enough that it's going to be posted.
Here comes Emmanuel Oluwesi. Back to Boateng. Now Jude finding a good pass. Oh, the return pass a little overcooked, but Musa Kande does well. Trying to
Great build-up.
do it himself, but the tackle only goes as far as Stephen Jude. Jude, what can he find? Diarra Zumana keeping it alive. What a challenge in there. Flying in is Jermaine Davids.
Oh no. That was a terrible giveaway. Could have been a terrible giveaway.
Oh, and now Ristozi able to take advantage. Pulse, of course, fully extended. Do you take this to the corner or do you try to attack?
You know Ristozi's going to look for that.
They're going for the attack. Sorio couldn't quite find the final pass. And Appler will loft it over to Jude. Now Musa Kande. Overload of options here. Kande touches it back for Jude. Sent across on the ground. Well sniffed out.
That was a beautiful build-up play for Steel Pulse. I feel like Steel Pulse is missing like a true striker right now.
Yeah, they've been moving their pieces around. It looks like Pacheco's now over on the wing. He started out kind of.
They put Diarra Zumano up top.
Yeah, he does work really hard and then moves around, causes problems, and is able to check for the ball too.
Yeah, but because of that, there isn't a true number 9 there to always find that square ball.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Pacheco made like one bad pass and that just summed him off for. He was doing really well otherwise. Here's chance, and it's well held from Appler. Oluwesi finding ball forward. Ramsey Hassan will switch this one. That's not the pass that was needed there.
I really thought he was going to get that second yellow right there. It looked like a little elbow check.
Yeah. Well, here's another chance for the Pulse. Maybe not.
That was a bad giveaway from Oluwesi.
Yeah, he's usually such a reliable player. I think the confidence is just gone. You see it, and usually strong players making mistakes collectively. You can make yourself better as a team, synergy, and you can also make yourselves worse. You know, when everyone is making those mistakes, and you're just expecting your teammates to also make the mistakes, you also make them, feel like you have to do more.
At this point, if I'm Steel Pulse, I'm trying to get a goal so I don't go out with a clean sheet.
Yeah. I hate the 3-0 scoreline. It looks like a forfeit.
You guys got Noah traumatized. That's so bad.
Thanks, Orange and World Class. Sent back. Ooh, scorpion kick from Rafael.
Relax. That was nice.
That was nice. So nonchalant. Shot taken from Jude, and there is Keeler. making this stop and holding on.
That was an opportunity right there, right? Ristozi's so great at getting back. So if you take a second too long to make your next play, the Ristozi's already there. You got to move
this one
that
over the
ball.
top. Baker. Oh, that's a great challenge from Appler. He set himself into kind of a bad position, but did really well. And there's the goal. Nope, offside flag is there. And now we're into the 90th minute, so just a couple seconds in stoppage. I think this ship has sailed for Pulsia.
Yeah. Unfortunate performance for how they started the game and for the lineup that they had.
This one is a chance for Musa Kande. Gotta bury this one. Find one goal, another save from Keeler.
Oh my goodness, what a save. Musa Kande did everything right. Just Keeler just there.
Yeah. Even going the wrong way. Tine sending it back for Jermaine David. David takes the shot. Not a bad strike at all from the left foot, but just wide.
Oh, the rain's gone. Yeah, let's go.
Now that we're wrapping up, I mean, if the rain stays gone, then we'll keep the live stream going for the trophy presentations. So stick around, whether cooperating for the moment. Of course, we do have a couple of more matches on DMV Sports Media Live here on YouTube for the rest of the day. Super Soccer League Division 1 Maryland kicking off at 8:30. Mr. Gio Monterosso will be on the call for that one. Baltimore Kickers hosting Ambition FC, the recently promoted side, trying to earn their first points. Having to go through another formerly promoted side, Baltimore Kickers. Lots of excitement there. That will be 8:30 at Spring Grove Park.
I'm excited to have the season kick off.
Yeah. And it's a good matchup, right? Like Baltimore Kickers and Ambition, I feel like that should be, in my estimation, in a well-balanced game. You know, I don't see either of the sides running away with it. If they do, then maybe there's some concern for one, or one of those seed sides is just really bulked up in terms of roster talent. But I think it's going to be level. And then, of course, at 8 p.m., also live on the channel, we'll have the American Premier League kicking off down in Northern Virginia. That's World Class Premier and Esperion. Esperion will also be playing in the Super League, in the Virginia Super League. They'll kick off on Wednesday against North Stars in that league. So if you're an Esperion fan, plenty of chances to see them. And that is the final whistle. Congratulations to Ristozi. They are champions of another cup here. They are MDV Cup champions. They are Rowland Cup champions.
They got the double.
The double.
Trophy.
Well,
we gotta come up with a name.
Winter Cup season, and of course, undefeated. I mean, that's a huge season, a huge campaign for them. I can't wait to see how they are able to parlay this into their NPSL campaign. What are your takeaways from Ristozi?
Man, they're a solid time. Man, we were talking about how they started early, but once they got started, they finished their opportunities. Their defense, man, their defense made it a nightmare for Steel Pulse, and those are all good signs for their season going into the NPSL. And I'm glad Keeler was not injured when we were worried when he had that little scary moment there. But yeah. Ristozi is a powerhouse in Maryland. This tournament has proven it. They've taken on Steel Pulse, they've taken on Christos. They've met and won both of those challenges. So definitely a team to look out for in the NPSL season. Unfortunately, we won't see them until then.
Yeah, spot on. Well, we're going to have a trophy presentation in just a moment.
The sun is peaking. Oh my goodness.
I know. Now it's a nice day now that we're finished here.
What a turn of events. It's shining for Ristozi.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Ristozi, though, for real. It was a great tournament season for them, and Steel Pulse, you got to figure things out. You got to figure things out. This tournament season didn't go your way. You got to look at yourselves and figure out what's going on there. And you can't just play in the sunshine.
Right. Maybe if the conditions were like this all day, would they have won? Maybe. Yeah, tough way to bow out for Steel Pulse.
Right, yeah,
I think
for
this is
sure.
a disappointing cup season for them. No hardware to bring home, but Ristozi, all the kudos to them. They certainly deserved every bit of their success for what they've built, how they built this, coming up Division II to Division I in the Super Soccer League, now transitioning into the NPSL, and of course cup success throughout the winter, just doing things the right way.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Steel Pulse will be looking to kick their season off next week. Hopefully it's in much better form than their tournament run. Yeah, got to get back to the top if you want to be considered a powerhouse in Maryland, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do have the historic 111th playing of the Rowland Cup trophy presentation by none other than Mr. Fran McGrath. Is getting his miles in with these presentations. He not only presents the trophy, but presents the history. Unfortunately, we don't have the mic over there to pick it up, but you just gotta come to one of these games, check it out, or win one of these tournaments, and you'll get the full spiel, the full historic presentation.
The full show.
Is that your bagpipes?
Sounded like a bagpipe.
That would be really cool if we had bagpipes to celebrate the winner. I'm gonna see if that's in the budget for the MSSA next. Bagpipe trophy presentation on light items.
All right, based on these tournaments, I'm going to ask you a question. Based on these tournaments, Noah, who are the top 3 teams in Maryland?
Ristozi.
I said top 3.
Yeah, Ristozi. Christos, right? In Maryland. Who's third? I mean, the question is Steel Pulse up there? I think the first 2 is pretty clear, right? Congratulations to Ristozi getting their trophy, celebrating with their team another trophy this month, and congratulating the runners-up, Steel Pulse. Although it's been a tough cup season, Steel Pulse did get to the semifinals of the MDV Cup. Stewart Cup, they bowed out in the semis, so that was disappointing, but they're finalists here in the Rowland Cup, and although they were champions last season, they're still going home with a trophy. So, although they have lofty standards, by some teams' metrics, right, if I'm holding up a second place Rowland Cup trophy, I'm pretty stoked. They just have higher standards, higher thresholds.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's nothing wrong with coming in second. It's just their standards are always to win, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations to Ristozi. Again, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can follow all of Ristozi's matches come the NPSL campaign. If you're a Steel Pulse fan, even more reason to hit that subscribe button. We'll have their matches kicking off next Sunday. So lots to look forward to, and maybe even a chance to scout out their opposition as Ambition and Kickers kick off tonight at 8:30 on the channel. We'll see you there for that, and 8 o'clock for World Class Premiere and Esperion. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.